Here's the gang. We got most of the gang here. Kathy, she didn't even give me a chip. God, what's she like? We're going to have to send her back to Melbourne. But no, we're heading off to, probably go to Albury. We'll have some lunch in Albury, and then we're going to take off up to Wagga. You been to Wagga, Aaron, or what?
I have.
You haven't? Oh, you're in for a treat now then. There's old Artie. He's knocked back his coffee at a muffin, so he's feeling wonderful. Onion boy.
Yeah.
He looks like a mafia man, doesn't he, with the mustache and the unshaven look. So we've got some unusual critters on this one, but it should be good fun. Observatory tonight. We're going to check out the stars and see what there is. Here's Kathy. She's in deep thought, aren't you, Kathy? Michael just wants to see the Southern Cross. King Arthur, what are you looking for? Knights of the Round Table, aren't you? That's who you're looking for, really. Our stargazing. We've had a look in there. They had 4 telescopes going. We looked at a variety of different stars and clusters and things like that. They did a bit of a talk for us as well, explaining the star system, which was very interesting. How small our Earth and Sun is compared to some of the others out there. Team with Dubbo Zoo today. How cool is that? I know it is cool out here today. Doesn't matter. We're the intrepid explorers about to take on some of the wildlife of the world. And the wild dogs are in here. I don't know where they are, but that's part of the mystery of what we're doing today. We're going to go and explore Dubbo's Western Plains Zoo, which is just an awesome zoo to come to. Just gone through the African safari. I was driving the coach around the zoo, so getting into a position. But the amazing thing about zebras is they're all different. So every zebra's stripes are slightly different. It's like a fingerprint for us. Everything's always different. They're never the same. That's quite an amazing feat, I reckon, by nature. to escape. Find me out the escape hatch there. Obviously, not a very pleasant place to be living. Sleep on these boards. And yeah, very tough place to live. This room's full of all the nastiness they did, some corporal punishment, and a pretty tough life. I reckon we lock these guys up and just leave them here. I'm all for that.
Okay, I've got the big key, Pete.
Got the big key? All right, lock them up, Carol. I'll run out.
Why is it dark?
Why are they dark? Because I want to lock them up. Throw away the key. Imagine seeing this is the last thing you look at. You're hung up there, noose around your neck, door opens, bang, that's it. What a terrible way to die. Sleep in the recovery area, I suppose, of the hospital. The bed's only just big enough, Kathy. You wouldn't want to move around too much, would you? What do you reckon, Aaron? Nice fireplace there. Michael's standing in the doorway. He's like the guard. And here's Onion Boy. He's a bit too long for the bed. Too many onions, that's what it is. Too many onions. Going into Dubbo Regional Museum to culture ourselves up and learn about Dubbo and its history and how it developed and formed and everything else. Very exciting. For people that just walked in off the street, it's actually quite a good museum, this one in Dubbo, so well worth a look, I reckon. The gang seem to be getting a lot out of it. Look, they got old things like, you know, they've got the saddles, they got lots of cars and pictures of cars, how the history of the shops were formed and things like that. So, yeah, no, interesting place to come to if you just want to while away a little bit of time and learn a little bit about the area. Aviation Museum, here we come. We come in the tradesman's entrance to the back door.
You're all old, mate. Now, this was
Here's the team.
pilot training base during the war.
this place here has got lots of different stalls. You can buy stuff. They've got food here we can buy, strawberries to eat. I've just been in the shop, spent $100 on chocolate-coated strawberries, which you've got to do that. Jams and things like that. Only open Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Well worth the visit. They're going to make chocolate freckles, lucky devils. You got white chocolate or milk chocolate? You go for the milk chocolate, Aaron.
How about you? White as well?
Michael's a whitey, Aaron's a darky. No, you're milk chocolate. There you go. Aaron here with a couple of old Zephyrs. They're raising money to do them up. Pretty cool looking cars. Look at that. Bit of work involved in them to do them up. Well, this one doesn't even have an engine, so that might slow it down a little bit.